You're going.
Okay, I'm ready. All right.
All right.
Good afternoon, students, everyone. And so, most of you know me, Coach Horton. And so, and today, you know, it's Friday, it's 7th period. We're all ready for our weekend to begin, right? So, hey, so just for a little while, we're gonna go over our lap, OPO2. I put it up here, just so you can kind of review, look at it. Materials that you all are pretty much familiar with. Throughout the week, you've gone over a lot of things, preparing for stage, doing role play, sitting down with executives to present a plan. And today, our lesson plan is no different, okay? And so all of that we're gonna do is just engage and go over some important topic regarding buy right. And before I go into that, just for a minute, how many of you, let me see the show of hands, who know the game Simon Says? Simon Says. Okay, put your hands down. Everybody failed. You know, Simon didn't say it, right? Simon has to tell you to put your hands down, right? Okay, all right. And so just as simple as presenting and giving a little information that you already know, and how quick we tend to just relax and not follow instructions, right? Because all you who knew how to play Simon Says, raise your hand. Simon Says, raise your hand. Simon Says, put them down. Okay, so the mere fact that when we look at things and things that we want to learn and understand, it deals with paying attention to details, right? You have a plan, you have a business plan, you have a thought, and if it's kind of smudged and not clear, do you think that that plan is going to go over, or that someone's going to understand it, right? If it's not clear. So that's important. It's important to just, hey, we pay attention to detail. So today's lesson, and I'm going to kind of take you through a way that that I understand to present this and bring this out to you all. And so one important thing in business is who understands what a SWOT analysis is. SWOT, a SWOT analysis. Any type of plan that we want to look at, even this, when we go into this lesson to buy right, what is it going to be dealing with? Purchasing power, how to purchase, right? And without that, purchasing and understanding how, why, what I'm purchasing, especially if it's a business plan, and all of that is dealing with is giving you to understand the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunity, and the risk in the plan. All right, so in our lesson today, we're going to look into, and it's going to connect to just what I said, dealing with a SWOT analysis. Okay, because this OP2 lap, and lap, what is it? Leadership, attitude, performance, right? That's what we're looking at into. And so this OPO2, the subject of the lesson of this topic is to buy right. And now I just want to ask this question, just by notes and participation. Who can tell me in your own thoughts what are some performance indicators in a business? Performance indicators, and then I'm going to kind of connect some little detail performance indicators. But as you go into being able to purchase and to buy right, to purchase something, you want to understand performance, because What is this dealing with, this OP2? It's letting us understand how the performance of things. So just in your own words, who in here can just start letting me know what your thoughts on some performance indicators? Just understand indicators, okay? Anybody?
Sales, like if the business is sales.
Okay, sales, that's a good point, because out of sales, there comes those who have purchased things for sales, okay? Sales, performance indicator in sales. One other, anybody?
Persuasion, that the customers to buy.
What was that?
Persuasion.
Okay, being able to persuade customers or persuade the owners of something,
Organization and cleanliness.
organization. All right. Good things that's dealing with performance. Anything that's going to be performed, the indicators. So there are things out there that gives you to know the performance of something, right? Even with your car, automobile. Of course, if you have some type of muscle car, that you want to make sure that the performance is there, right? And so by us realizing that and seeing that, now as we go into this lesson to buy right and understanding the purchasing things and indicators that goes into purchasing something, are you going to buy something if you don't know the price of it? If you don't know how much it costs? Really, you really can't buy it not knowing. You're just going to give some money to something that could be less than what you give, right? Or not enough. So there must be something that you have that indicates this, that has some analysis, that has some knowledge and understanding, and then the risk, just like the SWOT analysis, there are threats, there's a risk with anything, right? There's a risk to purchase anything. Okay, so by looking into this, I want to kind of throw this out to you also, because when it comes to indicators, who have heard or understood KPI when you're dealing with performance or product, KPIs? And in the essence, it's key performance indicators. So just as it was shared on indicators on performance, there are key performance indicators to any business or corporation that gives you to understand how you are performing. How is this stock performing, or how is this company performing? Our product.
Sorry.
How is our product performing? Okay, so just realize that there are they're called just KPIs, key performance indicators in these things. And ultimately, when you look at that, and those who probably might have read the Buy Right lab, you start looking into purchasing things. What am I purchasing, and why am I purchasing this? Okay, so with the KPIs, that means that, okay, hey, there is some targets. So when you look at a KPI, there's some matrix and there's a target. If you set a goal, you have to have targets to reach that goal, right? If your goal is here, your target is up here so that you can reach the goal, right? Would your target be down here if your goal is up here? Huh? So your target in customer service to get more people, would it be here on this level, or customer service, would it be up here?
We want it to be high.
Right. Would you think that is a key performance indicator? If because you knew your customers were happy, coming back day after day, you opened a business, okay? And if your customers keep coming back, don't you think that the performance and purchasing power of your company will kind of go up here. So this is actually what we're looking at when we're looking into these the lap here for OP2. Buy right. And what does that mean to someone just right off? Just those two words. Buy right.
Smart purchasing.
Smart purchasing, there you go, that's key. Okay, anybody else? Buy right. Okay, because there was a plan here, there was like a little role play here, there was a scenario in this that requires to buy right for something that you need to do. What else?
Utilization.
Utilizing, good. There's no wrong answer, okay? To buy right, because now you're looking into how smart you do it and what's the right thing to do. Just buy right, okay? In other words, are you gonna buy a piece of property or land that you haven't seen or you don't know anything about? That wouldn't be buying right, right? That would just be buying something you don't know what it is, right? So you're going to go and really investigate, and probably the market analysis from probably the SWOT analysis is going to say, hey, Mr. John, Mrs. Smith, we should take the opportunity to buy this, okay? And so just that simple, to buy right. It's just something like that. Because look at what the deals are. When you're looking at to buy right, look at what it says. Looking for good deals. Okay? And so if Macy's has something here, and Loomis Marcus has something here of the same price, same quality, except Macy's same price is like $100 less for the same product, where are you gonna go to get it? Right? So when you're looking at doing the right, buying right, you're looking for what? Good prices, good deals, good product, quality, how convenient is it, how stable is it, right? And so also then make the right choice. Okay? So from there, and look at the process. Look at the process of something. Because you have the money. We have 10 million to go make some purchases on some very important stuff. So there's no slack in the money. Now it's in your hands as managers or project managers or marketing managers. Not worry about the money, but now I've got to make sure that I make the right choices, right? The other thing is how the pros do it. Who can tell me and think about what are pros? There's pros and there's cons, right? And so the pros, sometimes they outweigh the cons, right? Sometimes the cons outweigh the pros, right? So when we're to buy right and make the good decisions, there has to be the pros and the cons. So look, how does the pros do it? I think that's pretty important. You know, anyone in anything, when you rise to be a professional in something, or the pros, hey, how are these pros doing it? Who understands what the pros are? Just by thought process.
Workers.
Huh?
Workers.
Workers. Workers, okay, that could be. It's getting into the ballpark. What else? Pros. What are pros? It just symbolizes meaning. Stands for. It just, whatever the pros is something that it stands for. The cons is something that, you know, it stands against. It's against. So the pros are for the purchase. The cons work against it. And how can you look at that? You can look at that through those market analysis, through those KPIs, key performance indicators. So look, and this is all business. So now you're playing, you're doing your homework. Now you're ready to present this to the owners of the company. Okay? And so in our lesson today, we have a very important plan, a very important opportunity that's risen up. Okay? And in this, when we look at something, I want us to look food for thought. When we look for good deals, what are we dealing with? What are we looking for? I think it was said earlier, customers, company, what's the right choices? And so once we look at that and begin to make the right choices, so what choices is it that we needed to make? So in our lesson today, there's been some very important, objectives. And so there was an owner of this bookstore, an owner of Bookworm Bookstore, okay, sought out, looked at the fact that in their bookstore, they had the plan. So this is the owner. They had the plans of Bookworm Bookstore. Due to the demand of specialty coffees that is just booming in their area, they want to open up a section in their store. And this is where you come in. Okay, the consultants. They want to take a section of their bookstore and begin to sell these specialty coffees. Because the demand, the market analysis, all the performance indicators is for profit. There's a lot of pros in the local area, the market area, that wow, they are really making a lot of money just by these specialty coffees. So this is where you come in to understand, okay, so here we are. And now they're asking you because they don't know, they know how to run the bookstore, but the coffee, and they have no clue. So this is where you, as they're hired as this consultant, so now you're going to do what? What's some of the first things you want to look at? There are some different types of purchasing. Remember, money is no option. We got $10 million to get this project done. So that's no option. We don't need to raise money. We have it. We need you as the consultants to just start looking at how we can do this and then to get this done. Okay? And so look at what are some things you're going to look at too? You're dealing with purchasing, right? And now giving these owners some good information that they can now build this little coffee shop at the corner of their bookstore, okay? So they can be profitable and make money, okay? And so, hey, you can look up here, but what are some of the types of purchasing? Somebody read it out or just tell me, I know.
For resale. So they just buy items and sell them again for a higher price. The other businesses and public consumers.
Okay? And so there are 3 types of purchasing. What are those 3 types? Read up there, you can see.
Buying for
Resale, okay? Just as Lucas said, there's now what's the second one?
buying for transformation.
Okay, now look, in this bookstore, now there's gonna be a third one, but in this bookstore, there's gonna be we're buying, now there's some transformation. There's something that's getting ready to be, there's gonna be a transformation now in our business, okay? People knew them as just the bookstore. Bam. Just it, that's our market. Now look at the transformation that was shared. Now the buying right or buying smart is for the transformation. So we're excited because now not only are we going to have a lot of books to keep selling, but now there's a transformation that's going to happen to our business. We're going to attract more and different people, and even the customers that we do have, hey, they can walk down the hall and now get some specialty coffee. Even more happy. You may attract, what other consumers may be attracted to the bookstore in this transformation? Think about it. Just average people that are going, but what other? There you go. And with coffee drinkers, Starbucks, they pull a lot of what type of consumers to buy their coffee? Think about it. You're one of them. Students, college students, they go there, drink a lot of coffee. Now, what are they going to start doing? What was the third? Okay, what was the third? Someone see, what was the third buy type of purchasing? We have for resale, we have for transformation. What's the last? Business. So we're going to continue, we're going to grow our business and affiliates. We're going to grow. How many realize that in all of this, when you buy right, and all that is coming from just understanding, wow, when I buy, I like showing pictures. When I buy right, there's going to be a wealth of resources and financial things that's going to kind of flow with you just buying right. Okay? And that's what's so encouraging. So now, as the owner of Bookworm Books, I'm excited because now you're presenting to me, these are the 3 areas. These are who we can look at that we're going to, the consumers we're going to attract, that the ones you may not have, we're going to keep them. Now we're going to attract more for revenue. Okay? And the opportunity to even buy books. Okay? So now, by this transformation, buying for transformation, go from something that is kind of just okay, small, to something that is really flowing with consumers, right? Because what's the other thing? With Bookworm being able to put this specialty coffees in their store, what do you think could happen if they're in the Northeast area? What do you think that can happen in maybe the Southwest, Northwest area? What do you think could happen for the company?
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yes. So growth, though, now we can purchase and build Bookworm bookstore in the Northwest Valley. Not only the Northeast Heights, but the Northwest Valley, Southeast area. Maybe not there, we may even go up to Rio Rancho. So now look at how you taking something just by buying smart, allowing what you buy to work for transformation, and allowing all the transformation to work for the business to grow. All right? So now we're coming to a conclusion to our buy right. How many can see how successful this building, this Bookworm bookstore will be by adding this specialty coffee to it. How many can see that? Let me see the hands. Who can see it's really gonna profit that business to grow? And did you have something else that you had to say earlier? You're good? Okay. All right. And now, as far as to wrap this up, because I feel we've established just how important it is for Bookworm Bookstore to, number one, hire the right consultants, to go over the types of purchasing, the plan. They've done their assignment with the SWOT analysis, and now they're going to be dealing with the KPIs once you get rolling. Hey, these are our targets, these are our matrix. So everything is starting to grow and get better and be very prosperous. Okay? And so with that, according to Buying Right, what questions or what thoughts do you have in our summary that we can conclude our discussion concerning the Buy Right? I'll start it off. Is there a purchasing process? Let me see the show of hands who understands, who can see there's a purchasing process. A process to purchasing, right? We talked about it, right? Because you're not going to purchase something you've never seen, right? And then there is the process, right? So you could definitely, in our summary, realize that, oh, there is a process to purchase this. And these are the things you want to recall, is that, okay, you could be that young manager, marketing person, that consultant, okay, to take this company to the next level, to be a Fortune 5, okay? And so by you realizing that the purchasing process it will allow you to buy right. All right? Any thoughts concerning the lesson to buy right? The performance, the indicators, what does it take? All right? There'll be a 10-word test afterwards. You can write it up. I'm just teasing. All right. All right. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.